The first type of strategy for gaining simultaneous adoption among both producers and consumers on a platform is what I call the micro-market strategy. Micro-markets are small bounded markets with a very high concentration of interactions that are similar to the desired core interaction on your platform. Let's take an example of a micro-market. Facebook launched with Harvard University as its first micro-market. It gradually moved on to other schools in the US, each of them serving as independent micro-markets. Focusing on a micro-market like Harvard University ensured high activity on the social network, even with a small number of users initially. If instead of targeting a micro-market like a closed university campus, Facebook had launched to the whole world, it would not have experienced the same density of interactions, even if it had acquired the same number of users on day one. As Facebook's growth demonstrates, the idea of targeting a micro-market is not to stay small, but to start small and targeted and prioritize active engagement over the size of the user base. Your initial metrics matter a lot. One of the most common mistakes that executives make while building platforms, especially at large incumbent firms, is to measure the size of the user base as a sign of success. Instead, platform businesses need to measure active engagement and active value creation. Let's look at some other examples of micro-markets. A city may also serve as a micro-market. Most local service platforms start by focusing on a very specific city as the initial micro-market. The restaurant review platform, Yelp, started out by focusing on restaurants in San Francisco. Both review writers and review readers were in the same city. Uber also launches at a city level. Drivers and riders both interact within a particular city boundary for the majority of rides that are booked through the platform. Schools, colleges, and universities can also serve as micro-markets. At one point, more than 80% of Snapchat's images were being sent during the school day. Snapchat got early adoption from a small base of Southern Californian high schools. The founders introduced the app to parents and high schoolers in Orange County, and the app rapidly gained thousands of users in a few elite Malibu high schools. A narrow vertical may also serve as a micro-market if there is a concentration of activity within that vertical. The crowdfunding platform Indiegogo first launched among filmmakers who needed capital to convert their ideas into reality. Filmmaking is a close-knit community, and Indiegogo provided a platform to manage the capital raising process within this highly active micro-market. Closed business networks and industry ecosystems also make very good micro-markets, especially for launching B2B industrial platforms. For example, a trade platform that seeks to coordinate trade among multiple trading parties would look to launch in a specific trade corridor with a high concentration of trade activity. These examples demonstrate the importance of leveraging concentrated and bounded hotbeds of activity while launching platforms.